Hi everybody, Paul Cameron here from SpeedUpMyJobSearch.com with a clip from our monthly jobs-driven networking group, which meets in Wheaton, Illinois every third Thursday. Let's take a look. You're going to be glad you came, because the stuff I'm going to share today, in my opinion, this is mind-blowing stuff. This is, I just learned it myself, and I think you're really going to get a ton out of this. So I'm glad you came. You're going to be walking out of here speaking a whole new language. I promise, you're going to love it. So today, we're going to talk about advanced social media networking strategies, all right, and how to find people. So first, I'm going to show you how to find companies. Then I'm going to show you how to find warm leads, names of people you know that work at these companies, kind of a backdoor to find where all your friends have ever worked, which is really cool. And then how specifically to reach out to them. I know, John, we were just talking about that. What do I do once I get their names? We're going to talk about that as well. So, finding companies who hire people who do what you do. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go to LinkedIn, and you're going to do a people search for people who do what you do in your area. All right, so you're looking for people, not companies. All right, when you come up with those lists of people, you're going to go to their profile to see where they worked. All right, now you've got a list of people who do what you do. You now have the list of companies where they've worked. That means you have a list of companies who hire people who do what you do. Right? So that's a great target list to start with for finding companies that could potentially hire you. And I think you'll be surprised. There's going to be some companies on there that you've never heard of before that are in your backyard that hire people just like you, regardless of what you do. But then from there, what I would normally recommend you do is you then do a people search for people who currently work at those companies, and you're going to look for the hiring managers at those companies so you know who to reach out to. But I thought it'd be better if we could find some people who you know personally who work at these companies. So what if we could find a backdoor in there? And that's what I want to show you, which obviously I'm really excited about. What I want to show you here today is a tactic that is going to be very, very advanced, and it's going to seem extraordinarily complex. Like you need to be a programmer to be able to do this. But if you really understand the concepts behind this, it's a lot easier than you think. It's going to be a lot easier than you think. Like learning a new language, which I said that to John the other day. He's like, you know, learning a new language is not always easy. Okay.
When you're a 5-year-old.
Right, there you go, right. But, okay, so learning a new language that's very similar to English, but not quite. All right, so follow me. I'm going to do my best to string you along here on how to do this. So I'm going to teach you how to speak Sumjus. All right, this is the new language, and it's totally just coincidental that Sumjus happens to be the acronym for Speed Up My Job Search. Just random coincidence. All right, so the Sumjus people, and this is Jerry's version of what the Sumjus people look like. They are people finders. All right, that's what they do. But you can only communicate to them through written word. All right, you can't talk to them. They recognize faces, but you can only talk to them through the written word. So if you're going to talk to them, you have to write in their notebook. They don't have normal notebooks. Their notebook is called Facebook.com/search. That's their notebook. Okay, so if you can remember, that's how I talk to the Sumjus people, Facebook.com/search. Now, you do have to have a Facebook account. If you don't have one, create a shell of an account, right? Make up a name. You don't have to put in your own name in there and an email address. One of the guys that I know very well, there's very few people that know his real name, but he created a false name on Facebook so he can kind of partake in life. So make up a name, put a fake picture on there, wear a wig. He's got a big colored wig on and things. So you can do that. So the English language, if you think about the English language, we always, for example, here's a sentence. We search the Drive staff directory for employees. All right, that's a sentence in English. In English, we always start every sentence with a capital letter, right? We're all aware of this. Between all of the words, we have spaces. And we always end all of our sentences with a period. All right? Now, how hard is that for all of us to remember? Pretty easy. We all know that. We start with a capital. We have spaces between words. We end with a period. The Sumjus people do the same thing, but they've got a different characterization, different characters, right? So they start every sentence with STR. That's their capital letter. Capital letter, STR, same thing. All right, like if you're trying to learn the Chinese language, they use different characters and things. At least assume just people who use English letters. They start with STR. What's that? Not in quotes. Not in quotes. I'm just, nope, doesn't matter. It can be all lowercase, just STR. Now, between like pronouns and words and things, they use slashes and dots. They don't use spaces. All right, so again, just minor differences in the language that they use compared to English. And they end every paragraph with a period, but their period is called /intersect. All right, they don't /intersect. That's their version of a period. But they only put periods at the end of paragraphs, not of sentences. You with me? Am I going too far here? I'm trying to oversimplify because it's going to seem really complicated if I lay out a big string here for you. But if you keep that concept in mind, it's very, very simple. So, and then instead of the word directory, they use pages named. All right? So, for example, instead of we search the drive staff directory for employees, they would write it like this. Facebook.com/search, that's their notebook. Slash, because they don't use spaces, STR, that's the capital letter at the beginning of the sentence. With me? Drive staff, because that's what I'm trying to look into. / pages named, that means directory. / employees, because that's what I'm looking for. That's the end of my sentence, that's the end of my paragraph. / intersect. All right, so rather than just kind of telling you this works, I've got Wi-Fi, I want to show you. All right, so I hit enter. It's now searching Facebook for anybody who works at Drive Staff. Now, if you notice the way they came up here, in your results, you're going to see whether it says add friend or it'll say friends. So you'll be able to see out of your list of friends who you're friends with on Facebook if they work at that company.
But if you don't have a Facebook account, then you don't really...
Create a shell. It does not matter. It doesn't matter because it's searching people you're not even connected to. That's the cool thing about this. There used to be a program in Facebook that I would use all the time, but it would only return people who I'm friends with. And it couldn't search beyond that. This is a backdoor in there. At some point, they will shut this down, I'm sure. But right now, it's working. So let's use it. Yes?
You said to begin with to set up a shell account.
Yes.
But if you have a Facebook account, you're saying still
you're fine.
Set up a...
No. Yeah, just use that. Nobody's going to know you're running these searches. Nobody can see you're doing this. It's just you can't get results unless you're logged into Facebook. So you got to be logged in somehow to Facebook. So now what if you want people who currently work at that company? So now I'm going to use IBM because Drive Staff is much, much smaller than IBM. So what if we wanted to find somebody who currently works at IBM? Same exact string, except we're going to add in there, if you can see that word present. But if you put in present after that, it'll tell you the people who presently work at that company. Okay, so Glenn Miller, I know Glenn Miller, we're friends, and I can see, okay, and he's a Linux guy at IBM. Huh, I need a Linux guy, kind of a thing, so I can figure that out. But these are all people who work at IBM currently. What if we wanted somebody who just was in the Chicago area? All right, we need to add another sentence. All right, now you remember how we start a sentence? STR, right? That's the capital letter. Yep, absolutely. Just typing it right in the URL.
So you type an STR after the last intersect?
Intersect is the end of that's the period at the end of the paragraph. They only put periods at the end of paragraphs, not sentences.
You have multiple search STRs.
You can just, you can write a whole paragraph of these things. As long as they all start with STR, and then they finish, the whole paragraph ends with /intersect. All right, so now I've got STR/IBM, because that's the company we're searching, /pages named, because that means directory, /employees, because that's what we're looking for. My next sentence, is str/Chicago, because that's where I'm looking, is Chicago, /page's name /residence, and that's the end of my sentence. So I'm putting in residence because that's what I'm looking for is location. And if I hit enter, here's a bunch of people that work at IBM that are in the Chicago area that currently work at IBM. You with me?
Is that
It's cool, huh? Plural. TS.
TS.
Residents, plural. Like a resident, but residents, plural. I hope that was helpful for you, and please check out the rest of our YouTube channel for more tips and strategies to help you with your job search. Just look for Speed Up My Job Search, all one word, or use the link on your screen now. Now, if you'd like to join us at our next meeting, just go to drivestaff.com/JDNG for details. Each month we cover a different aspect of networking to help you sharpen your networking skills and to help you build your network with the other attendees. Now, if the location or the time doesn't work for you, we do have an online version available as well, and you can still network with us in our online private member forum. I'd love to meet you at the next one, so I hope you can make it. Thanks for watching.